Pokemon, one of the world's most popular childhood video games shows ever. You know, everyone knows what a Pokemon is. You go around the world, people know what Pokemons are. They're really cool, big part of our lives. They're also really strong. You see, you play these games, the Pokemons have helped you defeat gym leaders, villains that were willing to take over the world, trying to do everything. You know, we've seen what these Pokemons can do. We've seen what they can beat. We've seen what they've accomplished. But there's one question that people still have that we are not sure of. What will Pokemons do against 1 billion lions? That's right, guys. A billion lions. That's what we've done Pokemon down to. Really? What? They're saving the universe now we're talking about a billion lions? What's going on? Well, here's my take on this question. Every Pokemon versus a billion lions. You guys have probably seen this debate across the internet for a while now. Everywhere I go on Twitter, it's been chasing me. People arguing about it, saying, "What about lion this, lion that? Pokemons don't eat. Well, what about this Pokemon?" And to be honest with you guys, I can care less about the argument between Pokemon and lion. Right? I do have a side I like. I'm biased. I don't. I'm not an expert. I'm not a liontologist. I'm also not a Pokemonologist. All right, but I do like getting involved in this drama and arguments. I just love to put myself in drama and stuff. I find it fun. So you know what? What a better way than to get started in some drama is making a video on Pokemon vs. Billion Lions. Now I do want to start this off by saying I'm not an expert in any of these fields. I've never pet a lion before. I've never seen a Pokemon in real life. So everything I say in this video, you have to take it with a grain of salt. But I just want to get started, alright? Obviously, Pokemon's childhood memories, really cool things. But we got a billion line here, guys. And I don't want you guys to be mistaken. We're not talking about a million, alright? We're talking about a billion here with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 zeros, alright? That's a lot of lines. Now you guys probably wondering, whoa, wait, a billion lions? How are they even going to fight all the Pokemons when they need food? And that was my first argument, right? A billion lions need a billion line worth of food, right? And just from quick Google searches, they need to eat around every 3 to 4 days, or they do eat every 3 to 4 days. So when you got a billion lions, you need a billion chunks of meat every 3 to 4 days, right? That's like a billion deers, and you need the grass to feed a billion deers. So when you're talking about this argument, you already see lions probably won't survive, right? Even if they do somehow manage to beat the Pokemon, they're all dying anyways. You need a billion lions, a billion deers, cantaloupes, rabbits, zebras, whatever they eat. And guess what, guys? Those things that they eat need to eat too. So a billion zebras need to eat a billion, I don't know, plates of grass. And that's just not possible, right? Like in my head, that doesn't sound possible. They don't have KFC or McDonald's like we do. They can't just mass produce food like we do. Just don't think it's possible. But let's just say for the sake of the argument, you know, they don't need to eat. For this fight, for some reason, they have special powers. Their stomachs are gone. They don't need no food, right? So let's get into the chunk of it. There's 1,025 Pokemon in the Pokemon universe. From quick Google search, I could be wrong. But doing the math, that's about a million lion per Pokemon. And when you look at it that way, you guys are like, the lions win then, right? There's a million lions per Pokemon. I like taking my chances. And my first argument is, no. Well, obviously, you would think so. But I want to argue this. How big are lions, right? Lions? They're pretty big, right? But in the end of the day, they're just medium, big-sized cats. Big-sized kitties. I have a cat in my house, okay? And even if it was big, I don't see it beating anybody up, bro. Like, I still think it's a cat. So, I mean, a billion lions? That's just a billion cats that I can pet. Alright, but let's be a little bit serious. And the largest Pokemon, just bear with me, is the Eternatus Max. Is max version, correct? Is 328 feet. Alright, guys? That's the size of about 60 lines. If you line it up, the height of an average line is about 5 feet. You do the math. This guy is about the size of 60 lines. And he flies, okay? So just think about that. How will lions take this guy down? How would they do anything? They're not even a fraction of this guy's size. And then you guys might reply with a meme that lions take down giraffes sometimes. And yeah, it's a giraffe. It got long legs. What is it gonna do to a lion? Nothing. This guy don't got just long legs. He got mean eyes. He got sharp claws. So I don't want to hear that argument, alright? And now the next argument I got for Pokemon. They can fly, right? What is the lion gonna do to the flying Pokemons. How can a lion attack, right? They can't jump that high, right? And then the first argument I saw, which I thought was pretty viable, was a lion ladder, right? Like, why wouldn't a lion ladder work? Why can't they just, you know, get on each other's back, make a lion ladder? And well, when you think of it, it's pretty smart, right? But bear with me now. Every flying Pokemon, they do fly higher than this. Okay, I'm searching it up. Some of them fly pretty high, or they can fly pretty high. But since we're in the real world, let's go based on what birds do. Birds fly at about 2,000 feet in the air. Okay, you know how far 2,000 feet in the air is? A lion is only 5 foot tall. So to get to 2,000 feet in the air, you need about 400 lions. That's a lot of lions for one Pokemon. And keep in mind, when you're in a lion ladder, only the top lion at the top of the ladder can attack that Pokemon. So if you got a flying Dragonite and there's a lion ladder of 400 lions flying up to the Dragonite to attack it, all that Dragonite has to do is just swing his weight. What, you telling me 400 lions in a ladder like this can keep their balance? Okay, and now let's say for the sake of the argument, they do keep their balance and one of them can attack at a time. There's 137 Pokemon that can learn the move Fly. Alright? There's 137 of them. So that's already 55,000 lions that their sole purpose is to make ladders. And all the Pokemons have to do is just fly and just knock them down. Okay? Unless they're making a really, really, really big ladder just focus on the flying Pokemon, I don't see this happening. Alright? And then this is just me debunking the lion ladder, because this makes no sense. If you got let's look at the facts, guys. You got lions on top of lions. What is this lion at the very bottom gonna feel? He's gonna say that you guys are too fat, bro. Like, I don't know about you guys, but my cat's already like 5 pounds. A bigger version of my cat, whose name is Tiggy, by the way, a bigger version of Tiggy, dude, they are not gonna last on top of each other, bro. The lion ladder, if they cannot implode on themselves, then maybe they can take down a freaking Pidgeot, right? A Pidgeot or whatever. But there's no way they're making it past 4 of them. I bet $500 you will never see 4 lions on top of each other, or a lion ladder higher than 5 of them. All right. And now I know I didn't go to the chunk of the argument. Some people are like, "Hey, but what about the lion helicopter?" Shut up, bro. Lions can't fly. Lions can't fly. Okay, now there's only one argument for lions that I got, is that some Pokemons are lions, right? You got Entei, you got Raikou, you got Sphinx. Those are lion tiger types, right? That can probably count as a lion. But what is the Entei gonna do when a I don't know, a Mewtwo or a freaking the God of Time Pokemon pulls up on him? I don't know. I think he would just run away. Because lions, 1 billion lions might sound like a lot, but in reality, this is a question of quality over quantity. So it's basically a question of a billion ants versus 1,000 humans. That's not even, it's not even possible. This is such a forced argument. Okay, now I know I sound really biased against the Pokemon, and maybe I am, but this is just me thinking logically, because I'm not even a big Pokemon fan anymore. I downloaded Pokemon Go like 2 weeks ago, and I uninstalled it in 30 seconds because I couldn't get past, like, I didn't want to walk out my house. Okay, so I'm not even a big Pokemon fan, and I love lions. I got one in my house, albeit it's like a little small, but yeah. So that's just my thoughts on a billion lions versus every Pokemon. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you guys think that lions would actually beat the Pokemon, if you guys do believe that, I think you're tripping. I think you're crazy. There's no way a billion lions can do anything to a Pokemon, right? I think this is just the most forced argument. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys have a great rest of the day, and consider hitting that like button, the subscribe button. I'm trying to hit 100 subscribers before the end of this year. If I do, that'll be amazing. And peace out.